Now when it comes to choosing a saw, it's very important that you choose the correct saw for the job at hand. Saws are specially designed for different materials, such as wood, plastic, and metal. Let's have a look at the 4 main types of saws and their intended uses. First we have the hacksaw. Hacksaws are perfect for cutting metals like steel or copper and can even be used to cut plastics like PVC. Hacksaws can vary slightly in design when it comes to the locking mechanism and frames. For example, this is a simple frame with a screw tensioner that doesn't give much tension, whereas this one has a stronger frame and lever tensioner which increases the tension on the blade, keeping it taut and preventing any flex. These saws can usually mount the blade at a 90 or 45 degree. Other hacksaws include these mini hacksaws, which are very simple but can be very handy in tight spots. They all use similar blades that are designed to cut on the push stroke and have a range of teeth per inch for different applications. For example, a 32 tooth per inch is great for cleaner cuts on hard pipes and plastic, and a lower tooth per inch is good for quicker cuts and softer materials. Next is a coping saw. Coping saws are designed to cut detailed curves in wood and are generally used for cutting dados and skirting. They have a large D-shaped frame which allows you more freedom when cutting out shapes, and has a simple screw type handle for tensioning the blade. They often come with a range of blades for cutting out wood, soft materials, plastics, and even soft metals. A coping saw cuts on the pull stroke, which gives you more control when cutting out details. Then we have the miter saw. A miter saw has a fixed handle and is often used in conjunction with a miter box for cutting out angles of 0, 22.5 and 45 degree angles in wood or other soft materials for skirting or framing. These saws have a stiffer blade with more teeth per inch for a smoother cut and usually cut on the pull stroke. And finally we have the wood handsaw. A handsaw also has a fixed blade, but is usually much longer than a miter saw and has more flex in the blade. These saws are used for making longer cuts in timber. The teeth also vary depending on the intended application. This 7 tooth per inch saw is great for making fast rough cuts and rip cuts, whereas the 10 tooth per inch is good for making finer cuts on plain timbers or skirtings, and all cut on the push stroke. So now you can make a more informed decision when selecting the right saw for your project. For more saws available at Builders, visit the Builders website or check out the Builders Fan YouTube channel.